Hi everyone, this is Shannon from theirishscrapper.com, and today we have a card for you guys that you could use for really any occasion. I just used this sentiment from our Beautiful You stamp set. That's where we got this image as well as the sentiment. I hope you can see I have the Ruffled embossing folder back here, which I love. And then we've used some Artisan Pearls, Bright's Designer Series paper, and then a stamp from the Waterfront stamp set as well. So let's go ahead and get started. For our card base, I have a piece of Bermuda Bay. This is 4 1/4 by 11. We're going to score this at 5 1/2. I have a piece of Whisper White that is about 2 7/8 by 5 1/2. And then a piece of the Bright's Designer Series paper. This is 3/4 inch by 5 1/2 as well. So for our supplies, I of course am using the Bermuda Bay ink pad. I'm using the Memento ink pad. I am using 3 blends. I'm using the Bermuda Bay combo pack as well as the Ivory blend marker. And like I said, the stamp set is Beautiful You. This is a double stamp set, which is lovely. You've got some great images for coloring and some more images here, and then lots of sentiment. So this is a beautiful set to have. And then we're doing the Ruffled dynamic folder. This is one of the dynamic folder is the thicker folder. So it's the large size, I think it's 6 by 6, and you get a very good impression with this. And then our Bright 6 by 6 Designer Series paper pack as well. We're going to go ahead and bring in our Big Shot and do our embossing. So let me grab my Big Shot. I have my regular Big Shot platform here. I'm going to grab my embossing folder, and we are going to just stick this in up to the score line in our folder. And then we just need one acrylic cutting pad, because the sandwich is different with the dynamic folders. We'll roll that through. Wonderful. And then you can see that beautiful embossing. Okay? And that's all we need our Big Shot for. So let me go ahead and get this out of our way. I am going to go ahead and give this a nice score. Just like that. Okay, I'm going to put adhesive down one side of our Whisper White. And that is just so that I can line this up. I'm going to do it about halfway. I hope I'm straight there. It looks straight. Okay. Alright, so let's bring in our Memento ink. We're going to bring in our girl image, our woman, rather. That's inked up very nicely. Okay, and we are going to stamp that about there. And I'm using the Memento ink so that I can color with the blends and it doesn't bleed. Okay. Gorgeous. Oh, excuse me. Okay, let's get our Bermuda Bay. We're going to grab our sentiment, ink that up. My pad is very juicy. I'm going to pull this a little bit closer to me so I can see. Perfect. Okay, and then we're going to use that image from the Waterfront stamp set. Oh, so I used another color. I used the Sahara Sand. Where did I put that? And the first time I did this, I did not stamp off. I think I'm going to stamp off this time. It was a little bit darker than I wanted. So let's see how this one looks. And then I'll be able to tell you, at least my opinion. You can still have your own preference. I'm going to stamp that off. And then we're going to, oops, I do need that for under here. I forgot that this goes off a little bit. So I'm kind of going to line that up with the bottom of her shoes. And then we're going to press. Oh, okay. This photopolymer stamp did not work well for me that time. Stamp off again. Of course, on video it doesn't work. It worked just fine. We'll give it a nice press. Alright, we're going to go with it. We're going to move forward. Not the best there. I could fill it in with my blender pen as well. Alright, let's color in our lady. So I'm going to use the light Bermuda Bay on her dress. And you actually should have something behind you because the blends will bleed through the Whisper White paper. I'm going to use the dark Bermuda Bay on the umbrella. And then I'm going to come back with the ivory and we're going to fill in her skin and her legs. Looks beautiful. Alright, and then we're going to come in with our Artisan Pearls. There is kind of a greenish tone to these. They kind of look like Bermuda Bay. They're flipped over. Oops, it's falling. Okay, and then we are going to add one of those here. We're also going to add one here. And then I'm going to grab my card base. We don't need this anymore. We will go ahead and add this right to our project. And I will fix my little snafu there with my stamp. Okay. Just like that. I'm going to grab one more of those pearls. Oops. Alright, and then we're going to put that over there. Beautiful! So that completes our project. Just so you guys know, if you do want to get your tones a little bit deeper or changed, once this dries, you can go over it again. So if I wanted to come back and add a little bit more light into certain spots, you can do that and just let it dry again. It looks a little bit different once it dries, as it should, but if you want to add a little shadowing or detail here and give it a little bit to dry, you will notice quite a difference. And I will probably come in and put a little bit more in places as well. As always, guys, I thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. And if you'd like to purchase any of the products, you can pick those up in my online store using this month's host code. And I look forward to being back with you real soon. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.